Good evening to you, baby dolls. We're going to talk about a wrecked HEX trader. Did you know this one guy has been wasting the past 15 months of his life? I'm going to show you right now. See, I do a lot of blockchain analysis every time someone does a big buy or sell in HEX. And the reason why I did this was because I would see people on Twitter showing an analysis of these, and I thought it was really cool because it gave me a lot of confidence. You know why? Because at the start, I thought every single buy and sell was Richard Hart himself. Every single one. I thought he was literally trapping me. This was before I even placed any money into HEX, right? So I wanted to find out what's going on, man. What is this confidence that people get? You know, big people buying. What's happening? And now I bring the answer for you. I do all the hard work and research, and here I am giving it for free. Please like, subscribe, bell button all on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pet duck. Also follow me on Twitter. Look at this, man. A wrecked trader. Now, there's always wrecked traders. And before I read this, I want you to know the top 2% of traders, of course, they're going to kill it. Okay? The top 2% are going to kill it. If you want to know the real number, okay, out of 100% of traders, a pool of 100, okay, 60 to 70 lose, all right? Straight away, just off the bat, they're unprofitable. So actually 50 are negative, and then the 20, they are break even or negative after the brokerage costs because of trading, okay? So that's the first 70, okay? So you're going to have 100 up here, okay? So the first 70, they're either unprofitable or they don't make any money after brokerage, okay? What about the next part? Now, this is where it gets even more sad. So the next 20, okay, the next 20 make between $1 in the year up to minimum wage, okay? $1 to minimum wage. That's the range. So yes, oh wow, you made $3,000 in your year of trading. Congrats! You know? So you can see how already we have 90% are getting destroyed. If they're not getting destroyed with the money, they're getting destroyed with their time. What about the final 10%? Well, here we go. From the final 10%, the next 5 to 7, 8%, okay, so let's do the next 7.5%, okay. Of them, they're making between minimum wage up to, if I do the number, about 2 full-time average wages in USA for a salary of the year, and it's the same in Australia. So it would be like anywhere from minimum wage to, like in Australia, I know the US number, maybe it's like maybe 100 grand, right? 100 to 150k US. That's the average, right? So remember the first 2 years, the people who end up winning, so this pool of people, they are profitable, but their first 2 years, they make zero in the first year, and then they make like minimum wage in the next year, and then in the third year, they make 100k. You get the point, right? But here's the next part. Many of them drop off after 3, 4, 5 years. They can't continuously adapt because trading's like a sport, okay? So now you're left with the final 2.5% who make everything. Isn't that great? But here's the thing about crypto. You don't have 5 years to see if you're going to be the greatest 2.5% on top. You don't have that time. You know why? Because crypto is growing so fast, somebody can buy Doge and make 200x. So let's go to this trader now. I found the HEX trader. So I saw this guy, he dumped 4.2 million, like a big slosh of HEX in one go. So I always peek into the wallet and I want to have a look. So look at this. I discovered this poor guy has been wasting 15 months of his life trading and underperforming short-term staking. So he had 6.55 million HEX and he unstaked it at the top at 40 cents. Okay. I have it in the chart here, right here. We're going to go through it. So he got it at the top. He started with 6.55 million. And then if you see his latest transaction today, he has 6.9 million HEX. So he did not dump into US dollars. He just tried to out trade the yield. Okay. And look what I did. If he just staked it for 1 year, he'd have 7.4 million HEX. So he's missing 500,000 HEX. And he wasted all that time and stress trading. All of it. So this is the website Rugsy. It's pretty cool. You can see all of it. Right? It's defaulted to Zen here. We can go to HEX. You can see everything. He has one transaction up here. It was an unstake. 6.5 million HEX. And the current one, latest one, is like playing with 6.9. He had 7.1 million, took a little bit of loss or whatever. Okay. So you now know this is his side wallet. So this wasn't his main wallet he did it off. The other wallet, I have to go track it. I go back through the history and I see, can we link anything? But now we're going to get through the important part of this message, okay? Because there's a second part of my tweet. Unfortunately, he bit the trading cherry. So, once somebody is in the mindset of trading, they will constantly be paranoid and looking for reasons to exit. He recently exited on this HEX pump. If he doesn't buy back in and HEX goes to 6 cents, he can only buy back 3.5 million HEX. So, by the time you watch this video, it's been days or weeks or whatever. But you got to know the real important issue. This is timeless. It has nothing to do with HEX. It has nothing to do with this individual trader himself. Once you start playing with your portfolio, it's like a bar of soap in the shower. When you fondle your soap in the shower, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and you have nothing left. You're embarrassed by how small your soap is. You don't want anyone to look at your soap. You're like, oh my God, I had big, thick, gorgy soap, and now it's disintegrated. It's nothing. What an embarrassment. You never, ever want to get in this situation. You know how you get in this situation? Trading. Because you think you're going to win in the next 30 trades. But what ends up happening is 3,000 trades later, you're still trying to out trade, and you do the brokerage and all of that, 0.3% on Uniswap each time, and every other centralized exchange. The fees eat you up, the slippies eat you up, and time eats you up. You can't go back and rebuy these prices. You can't guarantee for yourself that in 5 years, 1, I'll even be alive, 2, I'll even be on social media, and 3, that there's even going to be 100x opportunities sitting around. Or 50x, or 20x, or even 10x, man. You're not going to be guaranteed that. What if it's just too hard, man? What if it's like the stock market? What if we become the boomers? Boomers play with their bars of soap, and they've got nothing to show for it. Okay? And they are jealous about our big, thick, growing soap here in crypto. If you keep playing with your soap in the shower, you have nothing left. Look at this guy, right? This trader, if you just stake HEX, I did the number here. He staked his 6.5 million HEX. If he did it for 500 days, he gets 323 T-shares. So this is the number you should be looking at. See these T-shares? You own 323 T-shares for that period of time. You get 6 HEX per day. And you've done it for 500 days. It's been 500 days since the top. He would have made 985,000 HEX. Short term, by the way. This isn't even doing it properly. This isn't even doing it for the 5-year amount. Imagine what the difference is going to be in another year, and another year, and another year. This guy only made 400,000 HEX. So he has a deficit of, look at this, 500,000 HEX. This guy is not going to have because he wasted all his time and all this stress trading. At $1, that's $500,000 he's not going to have. Now, he bit the cherry. He bit the cherry. Yes, cherries are sweet. Yes, there is a time and place to bite some cherries. But not now, man. Not now. So this guy, this is what he's in for. He doesn't know this. If he's out here listening, I hope you please listen to my message, okay? You got to learn from this guy. He doesn't know what he's in for. I'm going to show you other charts first. That's HEX, right? We're going to bring this back. Look what happened to Bitcoin. Now, we know the story of Bitcoin and how it ends. It ends going to the moon. But when you trade linear. You don't trade on some long-term log chart. You haven't become an investor at that point, okay? This is what you're looking at, okay? I'm going to bring it to the current cycle. All right, the equivalent. So look at this. So this is the first 2-3 years of Bitcoin. See how it keeps going up and up? Now, I'm going to show you. He got his unstake here. The equivalent of Bitcoin and HEX. He got his unstake up there, right? Now, he didn't dump. He's like, yeah, I'm going to try to trade it. But I want you to see how hard it is to predict what's coming next, okay? Look how hard it is. It's so hard to predict what's coming next, man. Look, it keeps going down and down. You know, maybe this equivalent. HEX 1.6 cents, 2 cents now, 3. You know what I mean? Look at this. I want you to see what comes next. Look at this. Every time it goes up, he's going to be thinking, should I get out now? Look. Have we stopped now? Have we stopped now? Oh, look at this. Look at this. He's going to be caught on one of these moves one day. And he's going to be like, oh, the party's over. I'll bring it back lower. Look at that. That's literally the low, man. You screw this up once, you screw it up for life. You can't buy back Bitcoin at $9.50. Look, $9.50, $9.50. Look, what happens here? You never know. What if he FOMO's back at $12? He's lost a third of his stack already. A third. So instead of 6 million, now he only gets 4 million to buy back. At $1, he has a deficit of 2 million HEX, man. He's lost $2 million without knowing. So please, I'm listening. You have to listen to me. I'm teaching you this to show you the real dangers of trading. I know we all hear the words, diamond hands, long-term, trading doesn't win. We know that, but you actually got to see it and feel it. Why is it hard? Look at this. What do they call these? Like a Darth Maul, one of these Star Wars candles. It's so bearish. Look at this. We couldn't even stop. You're wrong. See you later. Goodbye. You can't get out here. You can't get out. Look, see how hard it is? How are you going to sit here and tell me it's a good idea to play with your soap in the shower? Please. Please do not fondle your soap in the shower. Look at this, man. You keep fondling and fondling. Yeah. Keep fondling away. You're like, okay, now we're bearish. All right. Now here the bear market starts, right? Or does it? Look, man. Look. It's not so easy to just predict these candles. Oh, wow. Wow, $1,000. Look at this genius. Look at all the arrows, friends. Look at the arrows. Oh, we stopped here. Look at this. You were selling $9, $15, $70. You went all the way to 1,000. You missed the actual proper move. If we fractal where HEX is right now to replicate its early life for the cycle, this is Bitcoin, right? This is back where we are. Seems like we're about here. You know? Actually, no, this is the next wave. This is actually where we are. But that's what might come next. Look, people are going to play around. You don't know, right? This might be equivalent for HEX between 40 and 70 cents. If you do the exact, you fractal it. Maybe people are going to think between 50 cents and $1 they should get out, You never know. Maybe HEX hits $1 up here, and then it comes back down to like 50 cents in a big wick, and people think, oh, okay, that was a top. $1 a top. And look what happens, man. Maybe HEX just goes literally $5. And look, this trader is like losing to short-term staking. He's taken a bite of the cherry. Now, he's got 200,000 in this wallet. I've already done that maths there. If he doesn't buy back, and it goes to 6 cents, he can only get back, what, like 3.5 million HEX? That's a huge difference. You get absolutely destroyed. That's if they... Some people just be like, nah, I'm never buying in. And you literally miss it forever. I don't want you to play that game. I've already told you. Yeah, the top 2.5%, of course they're going to kill it. For their 5 years of an amazing career. Yeah, of course they are, man. But they're not going to outperform this, man. They're not going to outperform it. Not while crypto is growing too much. Okay? It's even this difficult with Ethereum, man. Everything. Look at Ethereum launching. Maybe Pulse Chain's going to do this too. Look at this. Going forward. Oh my god. Look at this. Just parabola. Even Vitalik was selling this. Imagine you're trying to day trade this. Vitalik sold something like here. He made his like $200,000 or $400,000. He's like, okay, sweet. I can work on Ethereum for the next 10 years. I don't need much living cost. Oh, look at this. You go to $10. Oh, what's happening next? Oh, $50. Okay, $300. Where's your RSI, your indicator? You can day trade these short on leverage. You're gonna get destroyed, man. You can do them. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're gonna do it successfully. Just like you can bungee jump. right? You can play basketball with the greatest. You can. It doesn't mean you're going to score a point. Okay? This is what happens when you keep playing with your bar of soap in the shower. It dwindles down. You know, in investing, you just need one home run to win, right? One home run. But when trading, it just takes one loss to ruin you. That's it. I know people who have done things right in trading for 5, 6, 7 years. And then one day, they just tilt. I promise you. One day, they just tilt. You know, they don't want to take that 100k loss. So they reload. Then it's another 100k. And they reload again. Now it's 400k. And they reload again. Now it's 800k. Okay? It's so easy to happen. And they had 100% discipline for the first 6, 7 years. It just took one time for them to screw it up. So what do you think is easier to do? Trade your way to be like a superstar? Or do you think maybe listening to a friend out there who says, hey, you know, long-term holding is the only way to truly win? I think it's easier for you to get conned into believing into long-term and succeed. It's easier for that path versus to get conned into trading referral links, copying trash influencers. Oh, hey, a couple of my trade is a little triangle breaking out. They're not looking out for you, man. They say diamond hands hodl, and then what do? 99% trading, gambling, getting you to sign up to the links. And look at this guy. This guy's trading spot HEX. It's spot. It's not even leverage. Still losing. He's losing to the yield available. Okay? So he's still, he's made money. He's got a really, really tight stop and everything, but he's bitten the cherry now, man. He's bitten the cherry. He's taken one bite too many. Back and forth trading. Look, this is the linear chart of HEX from the start. Look at this. This is what you're going to be in for. Look at this volatility. Up, up. Is it stopping? Look, when I see these, please focus on the red candles. Look at all these red candles. Ah, it's coming down. Oh, okay, look at this. Whoa, 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 whoa. The level's gonna break. Triple bottom. Oh no, we're gonna break. See, man. See, look at this. This is triple bottom. It's breaking down, just like Bitcoin 6K. What about up here? Here's another triple bottom. It's not, man. Okay, you're playing with your bar of soap too much. How are you gonna predict all these? How? You might do it for 6 months or 1 year, but you got to think the year 2, year 3, year 4. Look how this is linear. This is what you're looking at. This is the linear chart. This is what you're trading off every time. Okay? Look how volatile this thing is, right? See, when you go in and zoom in, look, we're at 4 cents. It doesn't even feel like we've dropped all the way. So, you just got to think about moving forward. How are you going to enhance your probability to try get it to tilt in your favor so that you can actually like participate on the upside? You need to be a diamond hands mentality if you want to make it. Not you can be. No, you need. N-E-E-D. Need. You must have diamond hands mentality to make it. There is absolutely no way a rational, logical person with a risk reward and a stop and this risk management garbage, if you have that mindset, which is a trader's mindset, okay, because I day trade, if you apply that to the actual home run, you are never going to make it. There is absolutely no way anybody with a rational mind would see something like HEX go up so much and then watch these patterns go and be like, nah, screw it, I'm going to buy more and hold. No way. There's all these red candles and these failure. Ah, look at this big rejection. Ah, it's going to go down. No, it didn't. Oh, look at this big rejection. Uh-oh, looks like a double top to me. See you later. Oh, wow, what about this from a little triangle? We always eat the wicks. I've always, let's go back down. We're going to eat the wicks, right? Look at that big wick. See you later. Okay? You understand the point now. Trying to trade, if you're lucky, you'll be break even, right? You'll be at top 2.5%. And by the time you realize you're a genius anyway, you'll figure out that you should have been buying and holding the whole time. Don't play with your bar of soap. Until next time, friends.